Here's Jane. Well, the first poem is called French. Claire owns the cafe, and she made the hats for sale against the wall. Claire is French. Elle parle français. Elle parle anglais. She speaks English. She speaks French. And I speak French with her sometimes. A perfect 8th grade French. Though I only understand the tiniest bit of what she says. Je l'aime ici, je l'aime ici, I love it here. I love it here. Now, people may think those words mean the same thing, but it's possible their meanings may be wildly, subtly different, just as French music, French history, and French DNA are different from our Anglo-Saxons. Maybe words never really catch what we mean anyway. Clearer always surely are smiling eyes in contact with ours, or a hug, or a cup of coffee, with or without milk and sugar, where the meaning, though possibly fleeting, is in its own way probably better digested, and if it's made with love, so could it really be an accident that the French word for coffee is café, which in English, as in French, means the caffeinated drink and the establishment where you can drink it? A joke, sweet as a mocha shake, this sleight of words, this jeu de mots, this double entendre. So, Café Mimosa could be a blossoming tree of a cafe, or a cafe which includes a flowering tree, or a type of coffee made from flowers. This one's called a limerickish. I notice that Topangans here all have more than one career. I cannot say just why they do, and frankly, I don't have a clue. It's just what these Topangans do. There's the doctor and the dancer who both will write a song or two. The activist who takes a stand, who's also playing in a band. The chef who's selling fancy shirts. The healer who keeps building yurts. Well, this partial list, I know, is not the longer list of who does what, but people here, I think it's clear, they all have more than one career. And some have 3 careers, or 4, or 5, or 6, or even more. No matter why it may be true, it's just what these Topangans do. Juggling. I practice my juggling here. Nobody cares, I fit right in. I've only had one lesson. I want another, it was so much fun. Yeah. My juggled dog lands on the floor from the turns in the palms of my hands. Up goes his biscuit, down goes his water, up fly his ears, down his tongue, and he rolls over on the floor where the bean bags fell. My juggling needs some work. I notice that the art of juggling my life is no less challenging. Juggling my poems, my coaching, my eating, my yoga, my friendships, sometimes also up in the air. I juggle the plumber, the handyman, with leaks on windowsills, with my deck falling down the hillside because of the shifting land, but then what isn't shifting? And here at Mimosa, I juggle my writing with drinking my coffee, with nodding at people, with talking to others, with hugging still others, up with my pen, down with my coffee, up with a green embroidered pillow from one couch to another to make sitting really comfortable. Who says I'm not a circus clown? Or that Mimosa's not a circus? Claire, it's ringmaster. And who's that clown in the red cotton shirt who barely saved himself from a perfect pratfall tripping over the dog leash, barely visible on the floor? Who in here is not a clown? Who is not a circus performer? Who indeed is not a perfect juggling clown? For my last poem, I'm going to eat one of Claire's chocolate chip muffins. Closing time. 5 p.m. the cafe closes, and as at my yoga studio, whoever's in charge sweeps up, sometimes Al, sometimes Susan. End of the day, like the end of a life. No debris left, body and bones gone. And what remains is the joy, ripples spinning into the world, endlessly entering a surge, a swell into the world, which remembers the joy. Reverberations of old laughter, never forgotten conversations, the thrill of meeting an old friend or discovering a new one, hearing an old joke, or eating a new and perfect soup. Yes, there's been pain also in the room. After someone's heart's just been broken, or one of the regulars dies. How many people have cried there on my shoulder? Tears which only bless our faces, wash us clean like the cafe floor, the clean tabletops, the kitchen surfaces, the water just a little like the Perriers and arrowheads in the fridge. Special baptisms, all holy water, a little like the special teas and coffees, or even the smoothies made to order. But what remains is the joy. Not the pain, and maybe just a sip of Claire's new coffee will make it right again.